Hello and welcome to another episode of MBTI Spectrum. If you've ever shared a secret, you know how important it is to choose the right person to confide in. But did you know that the way someone handles your secret can depend largely on their MBTI personality type? Today, we're going to explore why you should never trust each MBTI type with a secret. Each type has its own strengths and weaknesses when it comes to discretion, and understanding this can help you decide who really deserves to hear your private thoughts. Let's get started. ENTJ, the commander. Let's begin with the ENTJ, known for their leadership qualities, strategic thinking, and no-nonsense approach to life. ENTJs are natural planners. They're always thinking about the bigger picture. They value efficiency and control. And while they can be incredibly loyal and trustworthy when it comes to professional matters, keeping a secret can sometimes conflict with their goal-oriented nature. Imagine you're an ENTJ's close friend and you confide in them about a personal issue. Perhaps you're struggling with a difficult family situation. While they may genuinely care about you, ENTJs often view personal matters through a more rational lens. They may focus on the solution and in the process might accidentally reveal your secret when discussing it with others to find a solution or better understand how to address the issue. Their need for efficiency means they might not always recognize the emotional weight of your secret. It's not that they want to betray your trust. It's simply that their focus is often on outcomes, not emotions. ENFJ, the protagonist. ENFJs are warm, charismatic and deeply empathetic. As natural leaders, they excel in guiding others through challenges and providing support. Because of their high emotional intelligence, you might think they'd be excellent at keeping secrets, and in many cases they are. However, ENFJs can sometimes struggle with boundaries because of their overwhelming desire to help others. For example, imagine you share a sensitive personal issue with an ENFJ. Because you're seeking advice or emotional support. ENFJs often feel a strong urge to help others, and if they believe that discussing your secret with another trusted individual could provide more guidance or help, they might inadvertently share it with the wrong person. They do this out of a genuine desire to help you or to foster connection, but their empathetic nature can sometimes lead them to share more than they should. ESFJ, the Consul. ESFJs are incredibly caring and social. They're often the first ones to step in and offer emotional support, and they value close, personal relationships. However, the downside to this deep-seated need for connection is that ESFJs may not always be the best at keeping secrets. Their loyalty to their loved ones can sometimes blur their judgment. For instance, if an ESFJ feels that sharing a secret could help someone else understand a situation better, they might unintentionally let it slip. ESFJs are all about maintaining harmony in relationships, and they sometimes believe that sharing information can help others feel included or emotionally supported. While they have good intentions, their strong desire for closeness and connection with others can cause them to inadvertently share your secret when they don't fully understand the implications of doing so. ESTJ, the executive. ESTJs are grounded, practical, and highly responsible. They value order and structure, and they often believe that keeping things in order is critical to success. In many ways, ESTJs are excellent at keeping secrets, especially when they see your trust as something that aligns with their sense of duty. However, if a secret doesn't fit into their system or doesn't seem practical, they might struggle to hold on to it. Imagine you share a personal situation with an ESTJ that doesn't seem to have any immediate practical implications. While they might initially promise to keep it to themselves, if the secret doesn't seem relevant to their current goals or tasks, they might inadvertently mention it in a more neutral context, thinking it's no longer important. They prioritize logic over emotions, so if they deem the secret unnecessary to their structure or process, they might not think twice about sharing it. ENTP, the debater. ENTPs are intellectuals who thrive on challenging ideas, engaging in debates, and constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Their curious nature can make them appear like they'd keep a secret to themselves, but that's not always the case. ENTPs love to share ideas with others, sometimes just to see how they land with different people. If you share a personal secret with an ENTP, they might accidentally spill it to test an idea or seek feedback on it. For example, if your secret involves a personal challenge, an ENTP might discuss it with someone they trust, viewing it as part of an intellectual exchange rather than something private. They do not intend to betray your trust. Rather, they are often more interested in dissecting information and seeking different perspectives. However, this inclination toward intellectual discussion can sometimes lead them to reveal your secret unintentionally. ENFP, the campaigner. ENFPs are enthusiastic, imaginative, and emotionally driven. They are passionate about building connections with others and often seek to share their experiences and emotions. Because they place high value on authentic connections, they may not always be the best at keeping secrets, especially if they believe sharing a secret can help them connect on a deeper level with someone else. For example, if you share a personal struggle with an ENFP, they might feel compelled to share it with a trusted friend or partner, thinking that it will open up an emotional conversation. ENFPs often feel a strong emotional connection to the people around them, and if they believe sharing your secret will strengthen those bonds, they may do so without realizing the importance of confidentiality. While they don't mean harm, their enthusiasm for creating deeper emotional ties can make them more likely to overshare. ESFP, the entertainer. ESFPs are vibrant, spontaneous, and social people. They are always seeking new experiences and enjoy being the center of attention. Because of their love for living in the moment, they may not always prioritize discretion when it comes to secrets. If they think that sharing your secret will make an experience more entertaining or relatable, they might spill the beans in the heat of the moment. For instance, if you confide in an ESFP about a personal issue, they might let it slip in a social setting to entertain others or to share a vulnerable story. They thrive on emotional expression and connection, and if they think revealing your secret could enhance the mood or spark a deeper conversation, they might do it without thinking about the consequences. Their need to connect and share experiences in the moment can sometimes lead them to overshare. ESTP, the entrepreneur. ESTPs are bold, action-oriented, and thrill-seeking individuals. They are highly pragmatic and focused on solving immediate problems. While they value loyalty and trust, their spontaneous nature can sometimes cause them to reveal secrets unintentionally, especially if it seems like it will solve a problem or contribute to a discussion in the moment. Imagine you share a personal issue with an ESTP, and they think that discussing it with a friend will help get to the root of the problem. In this case, their practical, action-driven mindset could lead them to reveal your secret, seeing it as part of a solution to a larger problem. They don't usually mean harm, they just live in the moment and might not consider the long-term impact of sharing something meant to be private. INTJ, the architect. INTJs are known for their deep thinking, strategic planning, and focus on long-term goals. When it comes to keeping secrets, they are usually very reliable, as they respect the trust you place in them. However, INTJs may struggle with keeping secrets if they don't see the value in them, or if it doesn't contribute to their broader vision. For instance, if you confide in an INTJ about something that they deem irrelevant or unimportant, they might forget about it or inadvertently share it, especially if they think discussing it could help clarify something in their mind. Their strategic and logical approach sometimes makes it harder for them to grasp the emotional importance of certain secrets, leading to accidental revelations. It's not malice. It's just that they sometimes prioritize facts and outcomes over emotions. INFJ, the advocate. INFJs are deeply empathetic, introspective, and often idealistic. They have a strong sense of responsibility toward those they care about, and they typically excel at keeping secrets because they deeply value trust. However, their emotional sensitivity means that sometimes they might feel overwhelmed by the burden of holding on to a secret, especially if it's something that impacts someone they care about deeply. For example, if you share a painful experience with an INFJ, they might feel the emotional weight of your secret and decide to confide in someone they trust to help process the emotions. While they're not intending to betray you, Their desire for emotional clarity can sometimes lead them to share information they've been entrusted with. This is especially true if they feel that doing so could help them process or understand the situation better. ISFJ, the defender. ISFJs are incredibly loyal, responsible, and protective of their loved ones. They take their commitments seriously and often go out of their way to ensure that others feel safe and cared for. When it comes to keeping secrets, ISFJs are usually trustworthy, but they might struggle with confidentiality if they feel that revealing the secret could help someone in a practical or emotional way. For instance, if you confide in an ISFJ about a family issue, they might share it with a trusted friend or family member, thinking it will help solve the problem or offer comfort to others involved. They're not doing it out of a desire to hurt you. They simply believe that sharing it will lead to a better outcome for everyone involved. Their loyalty is unquestionable, but they might not always see the need for absolute secrecy if it means supporting others. ISTJ, the Logistician. ISTJs are known for their reliability, attention to detail, and strong sense of duty. They are incredibly trustworthy when it comes to keeping secrets, as they value loyalty and confidentiality. However, if a secret doesn't align with their values or seems irrelevant to their practical world, they might not treat it with the same level of seriousness. For example, if you share something personal with an ISTJ that they see as unrelated to their immediate goals or responsibilities, they might not prioritize keeping it a secret. This doesn't mean they don't care about you, it's simply that they prioritize what they deem important, and personal matters that don't affect their organized, structured approach to life might not stay locked up as tightly as you'd like. INTP, the thinker. INTPs are intellectual, analytical, and love to explore abstract ideas. They're typically very good at keeping secrets, especially when the secret involves intellectual or theoretical concepts. However, INTPs are not always as attuned to the emotional significance of a secret, which can cause problems in their relationships. If you confide in an INTP, they might share your secret with a trusted friend, especially if they see it as an interesting topic for analysis or intellectual discussion. They don't mean to betray you. They're simply not as emotionally invested in secrets as other types might be. For INTPs, secrets are often just pieces of information to process and discuss, so they might inadvertently share something if it's part of a bigger idea or conversation. INFP, the mediator. INFPs are idealistic, introspective, and deeply empathetic. They value authenticity and will generally keep your secret if they feel it aligns with their values. However, their desire to find deeper meaning in everything they do can sometimes lead them to share a secret with someone else, especially if they feel it will help them understand a situation better or aid in solving a personal conflict. For example, imagine you share something deeply personal with an INFP, and they confide in someone else to gain a better understanding or emotional clarity. They're not betraying you, they're simply trying to make sense of the emotions attached to your secret. While they want to protect you, their deep emotional world can sometimes lead them to seek external validation or insight into the situation. ISFP, the adventurer. ISFPs are spontaneous, creative, and deeply in tune with their emotions. They are very private individuals, but can sometimes struggle with keeping secrets when their emotions or values are tied up in the information. If you share something personal with an ISFP, they might accidentally share it if they feel it helps them make sense of their own feelings or connect with others on an emotional level. For instance, an ISFP might discuss a secret if they believe it will spark an emotional connection with someone they trust or if it aligns with their own values. They're not trying to harm you. They're simply motivated by their own emotional needs and desire to understand others better. ISTP, the Virtuoso. Finally, we have the ISTP, known for their independence, practicality, and logical thinking. They are excellent at keeping secrets that have no emotional attachment. They are private and value their autonomy. However, if the secret involves a complex or emotional situation that requires active problem solving, they might inadvertently share it. For example, if you share a problem with an ISTP and they think that discussing it with someone else will help them solve it more effectively, they might spill the secret in a conversation where they believe it's relevant. They don't mean to betray your trust, they're simply trying to apply their problem-solving skills and might forget that not everything should be shared. So, there you have it. As we've seen, each MBTI type has different ways of handling secrets depending on their values, priorities, and cognitive processes. Understanding these differences can help you choose who you trust with your most personal information. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of MBTI Spectrum. Be sure to subscribe for more insights into the 16 personalities and let us know in the comments, who do you trust with your secrets and why? Until next time, remember, choosing your confidant is as important as the secret itself.